Today we are diving into something that feels less like an album and more like a psychological war zone. Carcerous joined me from Bulgaria with their debut full-length Doomsday Factory, a record that doesn't just talk about darkness, it builds entire systems around it. What's going on, guys? How are you?
Great. Thank you so much for having us. It's amazing.
Anytime. I want to make sure I got everything in my intro right. I didn't mess anything up. I'm known to,
No, definitely you got it right.
Look at me go.
And you said it better than we could have said it.
Hey, I try. I did check some facts before we started to make sure I was on the right track.
Yep.
It is so good to be chatting to you guys. I'm really stoked. I've been listening to the album pretty intensely for the last week, and like I'm in love. I mean, I'm a vocalist myself, and vocally, it is just fucking brutal.
Thank you so much.
Oh, there is nothing at all. Like, yeah, it is like there were parts where I was like, I'm just getting kicked in the dick repeatedly here. This is amazing. It is awesome. Yeah, I loved it. Like, it was like just brutal. No, and there was a certain tone and quality to the vocals that I was just like, this is.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, I am really proud of how at least my vocals turned out, and I've always been aiming for that raw, just like more natural tone. It's not about technique. It's not about anything else. It's just about the output. Yeah. If it rips, it rips, and I am really happy with how the album turned out in that regard. It's really.
It's not just that you've definitely got there's a like that tonal quality, but there's also pronunciation there, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Which is something I'm really, really big on myself as a vocalist.
Every bit of music that I've ever liked, every bit of extreme metal or whatever, that felt like the vocalist was just mooing somewhere behind the fence. This takes away from the overall quality of the sound. Now, that's not to say that every such instance is bad. Very recently, I discovered a Bulgarian band that has this kind of mushed vocals, but at the same time, the music is just so fucking good that it makes no difference to me. I enjoy it regardless. But for our stuff, I'm definitely like 100% trying to be as clear as possible, just so that I think of my voice and every voice in music as another musical instrument. And if the musical performance on any instrument is bad, it's not clean, it's not articulated, it's not whatever, then that takes away from its quality. And so the pronunciation of it is really as important to me as ever.
Yeah. Ivan, how you going there? You've been not that we've been ignoring
you. Like between us two, people sometimes don't get that I also sing for the band. It's really fun when they do reviews.
Yeah.
But
how are you? Been
still,
finding everything really good with it?
Yeah. It's like when you hear highs, it's most likely me. When you hear lows, it's him. It's pretty distinct. Like we don't, our voices don't cover up. They fit. As like we had some of our friends, our fans come and say that. So it's working pretty good.
Yeah, nice. This is completely Oh, sorry, no, continue.
I was going to say that we never expected that these two voices would work so well together. We didn't have that idea initially, but then we started overimposing the two vocals, and in a weird way, it was like, wow, it actually works really well. Like, it's not typical for the genre to do it like that, but at the same time, my range and his range are really complementary to each other, and stacking them on top, they produce this brutal picture, which is like, wow, okay, we didn't expect that. And when we play live, people are blown away by it. Literally, I'm not like selling myself too hard. It's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing when you get like two guitar tones that like just meld perfectly together, through combo of guitar, amps, pedals, whatever, that just work. And when you find that combination, there's nothing like it. I was going to say, this is completely like random and off topic completely kind of for me, but do you guys have like names for different types of screams that you do or different types of like vocals? I know for myself, because I do like highs and lows, I'll call some of my highs. I'll call like my goblin. He's a goblin voice I do. Um, which is like kind of got that cradle of filthy. Like if I'm gonna say the word evil, it's not evil, it's evil. Um,
Yeah.
things like that. Like that's the goblin comes out. I mean, lows is just like yeah, I'll do a low. But yeah, do you guys have like funny little names for things like that?
I think Ivan has names for my vocals.
Yeah. Well, hey, you got to.
I named some of the tracks that he recorded just Bear because it was raw, it was gritty, and like we recorded almost everything at home.
Yep.
So um, when we did the recording sessions, it was all like, "Oh, you can do better," and he was like, "How can I do better? I just like did it really good." And I was like, more bear, more brutal," and like he does it, and I'm like, "Yeah, perfect." So I call it bear to not confuse it with my vocal parts, because as he said, sometimes we get overlapped. At this point, we tried everything, man. Like in some songs, we exchange phrases. In others, we sing on top of each other. We just did everything that you can do vocally, I think, for one EP and
No,
one
not
full length
everything. Don't
album.
say it like that, because it would sound like we have reached the end of the rope. But no, we definitely haven't.
Nah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking in terms of like exchanging vocals. You will do two parts. I will do the other two. We'll sing on
Yeah,
top,
yeah. But
word by word. Yeah.
we haven't really swapped word for word. That is something that we have to do, but we have to lock our timing really well.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah,
Yeah,
it would
yeah,
be.
yeah.
yeah. And that is brutal when you're in the studio doing that sort of stuff because it's
Oh
just
yeah,
sometimes it's just
yeah,
like do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again.
But
oh
it's
yeah.
like,
In our case, to be honest, I don't think that any of us have had too many takes. Like really recording. I believe that, and I might be slightly off. Ivan may confirm or deny that, but I think that the final version of the vocals for "To the Last" single, the one with the video, I did in one take.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
think.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and I
yeah.
think the majority of the songs that I do, with some notable exceptions, are for the most part one or two takers,
Oh
something
wow.
like that.
See, I'm a line by line type of guy. When I'm in the studio, I'll punch in a line and then
Yeah,
double
yeah,
it,
yeah,
punch in a
yeah.
line, double it.
For the most part, in like harder scenarios where the arrangement is kind of crazy or whatever, or for example, when I write arrangements, I quite often like to overlap phrases.
Yeah.
Like, say in groups of two, the first line ends on three, for example, and the second line ends on four and or four,
Yeah.
and then the next one starts in one. And that, from a technical perspective, the fact that you have to then again draw breath, makes it kind of impossible to deliver cleanly in a studio setting. So in these scenarios, we go line by line.
Yeah.
But there are just simpler arrangements that we do, and this is why I say one or two takers, because sometimes it's just, oh, I can easily sing through like a verse and a chorus, or
Yeah.
maybe a verse and two choruses, or something like that, and then it could be done like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But going back to vocal names, one that he missed to mention is that in general, I'm not that good at high pitched screams. Mine are like weird a little bit. And when I do them, he calls them either like goblin vocals, again, like yours, or I think at one point he called them golem vocals,
Yeah.
like Golem from the Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. It depends what you want to accomplish, but like,
So it's a bear or a
it's
golem, I
fine.
like it.
I see.
Yeah.
I like that though. I like it, you got to have some fun with it as well. And like the guys in my band, though, they were like, "Dude, do a goblin in there, like do some, or
Uh,
yeah, put some beef on it, or add some cheese, or
for the most part, I also didn't do the golem vocals or whatever. But when we started playing live, there is this song from our initial release, the New Age God EP, called Necromancer.
Mhm.
And Necromancer in the studio is like 95% Ivan. But on stage live, we have just one guitar, and it's him. And it's a tough song to play and sing at the same time because it's like really fast, and also like the vocal arrangement does not necessarily entirely follow the guitar line, or I don't know. And he was like, yeah, I would need help. And so we transitioned to me doing my best Gollum on this song live. And that kind of gave me the idea to maybe try and put some of the Golem vocals on newer songs in the studio. So songs like Heaven is Denied, it's entirely sang by me. And I'm trying my best to sound convincing in that higher pitch vocal, but I think the studio recording, we actually didn't go too high. It's like more mid-range.
Yeah.
That fits.
Getting to record it yourself as well gives you like huge advantages to having like a time frame that's comfortable.
Yeah, definitely.
Talk to me about the whole recording process with this.
Like we had freedom, we had fun. That's the most important thing for me, and to like think about the global picture when I speak to producers and everything. Like everyone says, man, bands were totally screwed back in the 80s or 90s because they didn't have home studios. Like people hate on home studios because of quality, but if you know what you're doing and you can get the stems or tracks reamped at a real studio afterwards, it's really a great process. Because when you're in the studio, you're always like, oh man, I gotta push myself, the clock is ticking, I have to do what's best. But sometimes it can be a bad day for you or something like that. So yeah, we really agree. yeah. So we have fun.
In our case, it was super laid back. Like the entire thing, we recorded it over what period of time? Like 12 months, maybe?
Awesome.
It's when he says it, it's like we recorded every day. Like, no.
Yeah.
No. I said over a period of 12 months. Like we recorded maybe once a month or something like that. Because typically we would end up with a song or two per month that we come up with. And we take some time to kind of start loving the songs, for a lack of a better term, like make sure that they're good, make sure that they make sense, all of that. And for that, we usually go through like an early demo, just so we can start listening to it without paying too much attention to, oh, there's a crackle there, or like my voice dropped, or something skipped in the recording, something like that. So we would do like an early demo that is listenable. And then as we have to actually record the thing, then we would go in a more focused mode. Like today we have to record at least that song. So let's work on it.
Yeah, it's such a comfortable and nice process to be able to do it that way. I mean, this is my studio as well that I'm sitting in now. So I've got a bunch of guitars sitting behind me.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly making music for myself away from my band as well. And so having that, even just with the demoing process, having that, like being able to be comfortable in your own surrounding while you're writing and creating, makes such a huge difference. When you're able to just have a natural grounding to be able to come from, you can really give it so much more sometimes.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, for me going into the studio recently, like it took me, probably it was like after the first session, I started to feel comfortable in the room, rather than like, jumping into something that felt comfortable straight away. It does make a difference, and you're not paying for it. That's the other thing with the studio time. You're paying for that time. The other thing I love that you said as well is like recording stuff at home, but then going in and reamping it, which is something people don't do, because everybody, you hear albums now, and I can listen to stuff and go, they're using, well, that's just another band using the Gojira preamps, which basically is what everyone is using, and they're fantastic, don't get me wrong, but it's you can tell, and so the fact, like, just reamping stuff, that's huge, makes such a huge difference in that process.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's funny, I have completely like not looked at anything I had written down to chat with you guys at all yet, so which is always
hopefully
good.
That's a good thing.
No, fantastic. Yeah, this has been good. It's just good chatting. I mean, lyrically is like the album is super, super heavy. Talk to me a little bit about like the writing process lyrically for this. Is there like, do you come from a certain place with it, or are you like kind of every song is kind of what was happening at the time, where you were feeling, how things were coming out? Or was there like a deliberate, this is where I'm headed with this?
I
It
think that,
varies. Like
yeah, it varies song to song.
It's fair. It's fair. I mean, lyrically, like going from, I mean, lyrics swing between so like Divine Justice, Holy War, um, even like Total Collapse of like morality.
Yeah.
Um, so it's awesome. So there's
I can.
like contradictions in there almost as well. And that's why I wonder if it was like a deliberate kind of like we're gonna like kind of weave this sort of path. Um,
I think that first off, songs were definitely case by case from a lyrical standpoint.
yeah,
Like we approached in each individual song with maybe there was an idea beforehand, but for the most part, at least what I do is I hear a song and I'm like, what kind of vibe does it give me? And maybe does it thematically weave into another song or something like that? So I try to then create these sorts of relationships. But
yeah,
for certain songs, the lyrics came first. Like I Saw the Death of God is that song that it was inspired by a set of lyrics. And once again, I'll hijack the story a little bit here, but it's one of my favorite stories from the creation of this album, which was that at the time, Ivan was on his honeymoon, and he can, of course, tell you all about that. But he comes to me and he's like, I've written this really cool set of lyrics, and I have this idea for a song in my head. And I'm like, cool, wow. At that time, he's in Paris, actually. I mean, I'm in Bulgaria. And so I see the set of lyrics and I get inspired for a song. And I was like, okay, that's new. So maybe let's both of us write their respective songs and then we swap them out and the other one finishes the song. And we see maybe which song gets to win the contest, like gets the set of lyrics, get the name. And in the end, we did that. And my track won the set of lyrics with a little bit of a change to that. And the other track was still so good that we wanted to put it out as well.
yeah,
And Ivan told me, you go on and write lyrics for that. And this is one of the cases where I was like, okay, the two songs definitely share a pedigree. They kind of sound the same. So maybe I try to continue the lyric line, but not like too verbatim, maybe just slightly. And this is how I came up with the Scourge Divine, because the Scourge Divine is loosely about, once again, morality, religion, that period in time.
yeah,
And so the Scourge Divine is about the Knight Templars, and I Saw the Death of God. Ivan can tell you about, because it's a different set.
but still the same, like religion. Like yeah. So his is about the Templars that may actually be Satanists.
Yeah, their
Yeah.
deception.
But yeah, that's a really nice theory that we both liked, and the lyrics turned out really cool. And I Saw the Death of God is what I like to call, that's like my artist approach. Even though I'm not a Satanist, I say like it's my personal rebellion against God. Because man, I went to Paris because every couple's honeymoon is in Paris, the city of love. But I didn't see that there. Like no offense or anything, but like I saw brutal things, like their culture, their architecture. I went for the landscapes and I saw like churches that were Gothic, the famous Paris scripts, the underground,
mm. Oh yeah, yeah,
so metal, man. Like
yeah, yeah.
walls of bones and skeletons, and I got out with depression. Like what? So the lyrics just came naturally to me
Yeah.
for from that time, and it was really a soul crushing experience, man.
Yeah, we've like
Yeah.
even like in like something like Scourge Divine, like you've got like Holy Warriors and the Satanic Allegiance. Do you think you see religion in this record as like guidance or a weapon?
I'd say to me it's neither. Like
Yeah.
it's a topic.
Yeah.
I think
I love
that
that answer
everything
as
we
well.
do, yeah, everything we do is about storytelling. Um, I have never wanted to be another news outlet telling the world what to think
Yeah.
or what is important. I think people have their own brain for that. And also, despite the fact that sometimes I do embed my personal opinions in lyrics, for the most part, and of course, I have my own political position and views and all of that, I try to keep my music clean from these just because I think it's much better to approach it from the standpoint of an entertainment vessel.
Yeah.
Because when it becomes too political, it now starts dividing people.
Yeah.
That's not to say that, once again, I have my personal opinions. I like and dislike certain things. But when I create music, it's mostly for the entertainment and art value of it. It's not to try and tell you how to think or what I stand for. You know, I would like you to perceive me for my music.
Yeah.
And so, religion, in that sense, just as well as the all the lyrics about mass murderers and stuff like that, we neither endorse nor support or advocate for any of that. It's a topic. We're storytellers. We tell you a like a standpoint. We give you
Oh,
a
yeah.
standpoint to look at the story. So
No, it's fantastic. I love that as well because a lot of people will be like, no, we're, dark and scary and we're mysterious. And
yeah,
um, I like writing songs about like
to me,
brutal things sometimes just because it's cool and it's
yeah,
brutal and it's heavy and like it sounds rad. Like
yeah.
sometimes yelling evil and Satan is way cooler than being like,
And that's incredibly funny when at the end of the day you step off of the stage, you take your makeup off, and you go and like clean stuff for a living. Like, how evil can you be?
yeah,
Like, you're going to summon Satan via this mop, or like, how does that work?
yeah, exactly,
So
exactly.
as much as because this felt like a quip at black metal, as much as like I enjoy this art style, and I enjoy the fact that they put these scenic characters, they're like characters from a play, on stage within the context of the band, within the context of the album. The very fact that you consider that this guy is going to then maybe put on his glasses because he is short-sighted as hell and needs to go take a shit. No, you're not demonic. You are a human like every one of us.
Yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
so we try to be natural, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I love that.
Yeah.
Um,
And serious.
yeah,
Yeah, serious as in we try to not be perceived as a comedy band.
yes,
But outside of that, we're just natural. Like, yeah, we have makeup in the to the last video, but that was mostly because, once again, the story welcomes it. It's about the acts committed by the Holy Inquisition and religious persecution. So it kind of made sense in some way in my mind that we adopted this image for the
yeah, yeah.
video. But you're not going to see us wearing makeup on stage.
I mean, I still rock the black eyes on stage. I can't help myself. I've been doing it
That's good for
for
you.
25 years, but that's my thing. And
Yeah.
even some of the
Yeah.
guys in my band are like, dude, it's like, I don't know why you're still doing
And
it.
and
I'm like, I
also
have to.
apparently you're not lazy, because I'm
Oh,
super lazy and I
yeah,
fucking hate taking makeup off. I am
yeah,
also bald as fuck. I am like completely clean shaven, and so if I have to put on like white foundation or whatever, it has to go all over
yeah.
this
No, I see. I
and
don't go
take
that
One
far.
bottle.
Yeah, I just put the black eyes on, but yeah, it's still a commitment. But yeah, there's something about it. It's a bit
yeah.
of a ritualistic thing for me. I think part of getting ready to go on stage that
That's
preps,
cool.
preps me
As
up
long
for
as
it.
it works for you, that's perfect.
Yeah, yeah, but it's never like been a like dark and scary type. Look at me, I'm mysterious. It's just always been kind of like a
You're a
psych
rock
up.
star.
Well, wanted to be when I was younger, and
Of course, who doesn't? Who
well, of
doesn't?
course,
I,
yeah,
I
yeah,
still
yeah,
would like to be one day.
yeah, yeah, of course, yes. And we've all got our pre-show rituals, which leads into my next little bit nicely. I always do some like quick fire type questions before we round things up. And one of those first questions is, do you have any pre-show rituals that you have to do before you go on stage?
Not get drunk.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, for me, and like people will laugh at me, but then they go, actually, yeah, I have to have a poo before I go on stage.
Yeah, that's usually convenient.
Yeah, and it's a nervous poo usually, but it has to
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's something like that for me as well.
yeah,
Like just making sure that I don't cause something unsavory on stage. But outside of that, no, I honestly don't have any sort of ritual. I am a very confident performer in general, but at the same time, I have this nervousness before I set foot on stage. As soon as I'm up on the stage, it's over.
Oh, without that nervousness, if I'm not nervous like that before a show, it's not going to be a good show. I need that. That's part of that build up. And the moment that
Yep.
the first snare hit or the first guitar chord hits, everything else goes away, and that's what you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
want to be shitting myself right before I walk on. Like that's part of the whole
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the same for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anything for you, Ivan?
like for us, it's there are a couple of things. Me, I drink an energy drink
Yep.
just so I can be cranked up
Yeah.
during the set. We try for Constantine, because he's old, not to fall asleep. That's really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for the bassist, not to get drunk,
Yeah,
because
that's standard for
man,
bass
does he
players.
get drunk? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
bass
every
players in
time.
general. Yeah.
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 And
Yeah.
he is one of those guys that as soon as he gets like 2-3 beers in, he kind of logs out and logs in back in with his other account. He's
Yep.
a completely different guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes over. Yeah, that's all bass
Yeah,
players, I
so
think. Yeah, and some drummers, but
yeah,
mostly
yeah,
bass players.
yeah. We
No,
don't
our
get drunk.
drummer
We
is
try
like a
not to
really
fall asleep.
particular guy. He is a really particular guy, so he is always like super concerned with everything.
Yep.
And I think once he comes down from the stage is when he is like, "Whew, okay, I can have a drink."
Yeah. After a gig, what is the first type of food that you are getting after a show?
I'm not.
Beer.
Well, yeah. I know for me, like a few hours after the gig, like once gig's finished up, before I head home, I'm going to grab like a slice of pizza or something, or like a burger. I have to
I don't do that.
settle things out.
I don't do that.
But I won't eat before a show. So,
I usually eat before a show, like not very close before the show, several hours at least.
Yeah.
And then I eat the next day.
Yeah.
And we get drunk.
Yeah, we rarely play at a different slot than the evening. So
yeah, that's a good way to be. Would you prefer to play second on the bill or second to last on the bill on a 6-bill lineup?
I think second on the bill.
Yeah, I love that answer.
Yeah, I'm just lazy. And as Ivan mentioned, I'm old and I get sleepy. And I would absolutely love to perform when I am at a higher energy level. And also the audience hasn't been tired to death by all the other bands. And like they're also losing interest. So I think the first half of such a bill would be like the amp up phase where people are still interested and they're like, yeah, we're going strong. You know, we're going to survive this massacre or whatever buzzword you want to use. And then past the midpoint, people start getting a little bit like, yeah, I've had enough. So
Yeah.
for me, it's definitely second on the bill.
Yeah. I was like that. And you can also get all your stuff, you get off stage after you've finished, you've got time to, the next band plays, you
Yeah,
unload, wind down, and you got the chance to see some
absolutely.
other bands play and enjoy yourself, have a few drinks and hang
Absolutely.
out with the lads.
And then you're like, oh, it's finally over. Man, we
Yeah.
can't wait for our gig to be over so we can relax. It's always tension before
Yeah.
you go on stage. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's that.
Yeah. And it's funny because the weeks leading up to it, all you're thinking is, I can't wait to get there and get on stage.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Then suddenly it's, stress. It happens. It's over.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's best to just be over with it, not in a bad way, like, oh, it's a shit show or this shit time to be on stage or whatever. No, it's just, I want to go on stage, perform for an audience that's still fresh. I am still fresh,
Yeah.
so I can deliver the best performance of mine. The performance can then be appreciated by somebody who is not trying to not fall asleep on their feet. And then, I mean, I don't care that I'm not the headliner
Oh,
or
yeah.
like the second best. I don't care. The fact
I,
that you are
Yeah, yeah.
here, the fact that you get to witness me, perfect.
If we put on a good show, it will be remembered anyway.
I love that. I
Absolutely,
love
yeah.
that. And that's like the biggest thing. And once you've got like a fan base, it doesn't matter like where on the bill you are. The people that want to see you are going to be there to see you. So,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Um, and having that natural growth like that, that's everything. So, um,
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah. Uh, favorite guitar ever?
Man,
Oh, I know it's a random kind of question.
man, it's really hard for me. Like, pff, when I was a little younger, like a little, I mean, I was a fucking kid. I wasn't able to like work and get my own money. So I just went to my mother and I was like, I want Dime's guitar. Dime from Pantera, please get it to me. And she was like, okay, let's go. And I like, man, I loved it. It's the Dean Razorback
Yeah, I know
Dime
the one.
signature.
Yeah,
Man, like I instantly fell in love. I started playing so much, just inspired by that guitar. But then the problems, like from my first touch, the how is it called in English? The fretboard.
yes.
It's so thick, man. It's like a shovel.
Yeah,
It's like a show, and I am more like I love LTD. LTD is
yeah.
my trademark. If I could, I would be ambassador. Like if someone from LTD is listening,
Yeah, wonder, make it happen.
but
Let's make it happen.
yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah,
I fell in love with the LTD Eclipse version
yeah,
1000 ESP 1000. Like it's brutal, man. And yeah, like I love how can I say it, a small fretboard, like
yeah,
so I can move easily. But yeah, I immediately had to sell the Dean Razorback. I loved it, but I just couldn't play it to the level that I wanted to. I couldn't adjust. So from then on, I just kept on buying LTDs.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, good guitars. Great guitars. Yeah. Um, who was the artist that, like, or band that put you onto metal that made you go, this is like, I need to be in a band. I need to do this.
Well, for me, the earliest one that ever inspired me, and I think ultimately opened my eyes to a more extreme kind of music, was Slipknot.
Yeah.
Back in the very, very late 90s, early 2000s, so 99, 2000, something like that. I was a kid back then. And I remember hearing the eponymous record, and I was like, man, this is crazy fast. It's above and beyond anything that I would have heard by that point. And then the vocals really got me. It was like, it's everything and then vocals on top. And so in my mind, I got inspired for two things. I wanted to be a vocalist, but doing like harsh vocals, because even if I was able to sing when I was younger, I no longer can. And the other one was I wanted to be a drummer, because really Joey Jordison's drums amazing.
Yeah.
And I actually got to do both, but in the reverse order. So I started being a drummer, and then eventually I became a vocalist.
Yeah. Okay. For me, you would never expect that, man. Like, look at the Godsmack T-shirt. Yeah. Like, Godsmack was the like maybe the first band that like back then when they did the heavier stuff. But like, yeah, they were never heavy, really heavy. But it just got me. From when I first heard them, I was like, oh man, that's so cool. Then I went through the emo phase. I was an emo kid, of course. Like some bands that were relatively small back then, Escape the Fate, Falling in Reverse. But the early days, like really, I See Stars. Yeah. All these emo stuff. Yeah. Really, really cool. Like techno, emo, core, whatever.
Yeah, I was into all that.
Yeah, it just got me.
Out.
Yeah. My whole puberty back then was related to that sort of music. And then it just automatically transitioned to heavier stuff. It was cool. I started playing thrash metal with my first real band. And then the bald guy came in the picture and just showed me black and death metal in general. And I was like, yeah, this is what we're gonna do, guys. Okay. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and this is actually how we know each other. I used to be a drummer for his band.
Oh, there you
go. And this is when we discovered we could work together. And long story short, we decided, fuck this previous band. Let's go on and make something better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Last question. Going forward, what would you want people to know about the band in 2026?
I would like for people to follow us, to keep an eye on us, to listen to our music. We would be absolutely loving it if somebody was to invite us to play somewhere we haven't visited before. And hopefully not too long after that, there will be new music from us. But really what we aim for before we release any new music is to sign with a label. Just so that we would have the reach and the resources to one up our current record. So to us, it was really important to one up New Age God, our first release, with this one, with Doomsday Factory. And in order to one up Doomsday Factory, I think we would need access to just more resources and a greater audience. So this is what we would like to do, and we would like if everyone appreciated what we did and kept an eye on us.
Yeah, I love that. We would love to see you. Well, I mean, me especially, would love to see you out here in Australia at some time in the future.
We would love to be there as well.
Yeah. Maybe one day it'll happen, and we'll hopefully be able to make that happen sooner rather than later. We'll spread that word and get people out there listening to you guys. They are missing out if they are not. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. There'll be links below to everything you will need to find these guys. So check them out. Later singles, all that sort of stuff will all be there. Is there anything else you guys wanted to say before we finish up today?
I would personally want to thank you for the interest and for having us. It was a lovely, lovely time. So I'd like to do that again sometime.
Anytime. And if you guys have ever got anything coming up or coming out, just hit me up and we'll connect. And we'll do this again sometime, definitely.
And all the best to your audience.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get to hear our stuff.
Thank you, man.
And
yeah. Well, reach out to these guys as well. And if you're coming from here, let them know where you've come from. So thank you so much, guys. And we'll talk again very soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, man.
All the best.